Hola, buenos días, ¿cómo está? Muy bien. Hello, my people. I said that I would do this podcast, and I guess this is the first of many. I am here in beautiful Puerto Rico as we shoot our first podcast, and I mean, I think it'd be pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that much or if you can hear it, but I think it'd be pretty cool if we can do more podcasts from other areas outside of my home base of Atlanta, Georgia. I think that would be really cool, right? Or even if not that, I promise to give you good vibes, good vibrations, good sceneries, good sets, good talks and conversations, with your help, of course. So, yeah, man. While we're here, can we first talk about Andre 3000, okay? Dropping an album. What's it, The Sun? I forget the name of it. I haven't heard any of it yet. I've actually heard a snippet of one. And I must tell you, it's Andre 3000. I'm excited to listen. He's always been a heavy influencer of mine. So I commend him for releasing a new album. We've been waiting on a hip-hop rap album, but I'll take a flute. You know, I know about sound frequencies and meditation, so I can't wait to jump into this album and see what it's about. Hold on, let's... Yeah, let's come here and do this, right? So I plan on, as soon as I get back to Atlanta, matter of fact, before I get to Atlanta, on the plane maybe, I'm logging in and we're gonna stream the Andre 3000 album. If you've heard it, say something, shout it out what you think about it here in the chat. Yeah, but shout out to Andre 3000. I even did a little something for him while I'm here in Puerto Rico. So yeah, just to encourage him and let him know that I'm still here for you. I feel you, I vibe with you, brother. And I'm happy for you because, you set the way for me. Like, I've gotten compliments from people who have been at one of my shows or who have listened to my music, and they're like, oh, that's Outkast or Andre 3000 vibes or Erykah Badu vibes. I'm like, whoa, really? That's good shit, because Andre has always been a big influencer to my lyrical and musical career. So yeah, shout out to Andre 3000. You all be sure to go stream that album when you get some time. I hope the sound here is okay. The internet, my Wi-Fi was a little shaky, so I'm having to do it this kind of way. And that's okay, because it's still beautiful. And I'm just happy to be alive. I hope you all are well. Taking it one step at a time. Breathing in, breathing out. And just flowing with your purpose, because within your soul, you know what you should be doing. You know where you should be or where you want to be. So breathe in, breathe out, and go take what's yours, right? GetLive or GetLost. This is why we do this. So this is the first piece of my podcast, and yeah, I'm gonna edit something in right here real quick. So shout out Andre 3000. We're gonna come back with another hot topic. Oh, I got one for you too. Hey, I love y'all. Peace. I'll be back. We got a music festival about to happen. Hey, GetLive or GetLost. What's up, guys? I just want to say, if you haven't been to Puerto Rico, You must come ASAP. Dive into the food. The food, I'm sorry, I'm eating. That is mofongo, pollo, creole, garlico, magnifico. Okay, that's all I can say. Make sure you come to Puerto Rico as soon as possible to just dive into the culture, the people. The food is amazing. This place here, I've been here a couple of times, and I think every time I come to Puerto Rico, I'm coming right here. We are in the heart of San Juan at this time. Oh my God. I don't care if a fly hit my food or touch my food. The fly can share my food with me. We are one here, and it is very good food, so I understand why flies come by and try to land on your food. But yeah, so stay tuned for the rest of the podcast. We're going to finish eating this wonderful food. What's the name of this place? La Danza is where we be. The best mofongo that I've had on the island. Okay? Get Live or Get Lost. We'll be back with another portion of the Get Live or Get Lost podcast. So yes, we are reporting live here from Puerto Rico. Louisa, we in Louisa?
We're in Piones.
We're Piones. My friend Benjamin here.
What's up?
Hey, he
family.
is a resident of Puerto Rico. He is born and raised in America, but now he's here in Puerto Rico.
I live here.
And he's been so kind and been hooking us up and looking out for us since we've been here. So I appreciate it. And
Hey, get in there. Get in there. Set.
Let's
Get in there.
Hey. We're about to go tear up this music festival at the MotherLand Festival. So yeah, man, stay tuned. We'll be back soon. We're about to run into the gate. We are here at the MotherLand Festival. It's about to be crazy. Well, guys, we are about finished with the night. Oh, what a night it has been. So, since we're at a concert, I want to talk about Miss Lauryn Hill, L Boogie, and her attendance issues. And I want to talk about Cassie or Casey, whatever, and Sean Puffy Combs. So we're gonna get out of here. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more. Man, this is so beautiful. Just walking up the Puerto Rican alley back way.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. So you're having a good time?
I'm having a wonderful time.
That's good.
Beautiful people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And driving past when we were in the car, I noticed that the gas was like, it says 0.86 or point something. I was trying to understand what that meant. And I asked the locals while we were walking. I mean, not walking, but in the car.
Yeah.
What do you feel about that? Do you understand what that is? You understand
What?
how that is? The
86.
86 cents?
You
At
know,
least that's where I took it.
so 86 cents, like, so what I understand has something to do with, like, liters to gallon conversion or something like that. And the Puerto Rican gas is not actually, like, 86 cents. But it's like, it actually rounds out to kind of be in the same amount that we pay for over on the mainland of U.S. So it's like they're paying like $2 something a gallon also. But the difference is why it is a little cheaper is because the Puerto Ricans take crude oil and convert it into gasoline and use crude oil in their tanks, which led me to think like
something we should do.
Something we could do. Like, there are plenty of options. Just like, you have Governor Kemp. Here comes the car here. You have Governor Kemp of Georgia, who has put a call out to temporarily reduce fuel prices, and they have dropped tremendously, right?
Yes.
Right, and it's a relief. Every time around this year, anyway, like fall, winter, the gas prices kind of go down because travel goes down. You know, and people aren't using as much gas and fuel. So my thing, like, is with that. If Puerto Rico can do this crude oil thing, if our governors and people that we put in power can easily just be like, oh, well, we're going to temporarily
Take
reduce, take the tax off the fuel. Well, you could have done that a long time ago for the people. You could have looked into, I know there's a lot of talks about fossil fuels now, but you could have looked into crude oil a long time ago.
Looking at our own resources.
Exactly, at our own resources. And which brings me to another conversation of, like, I was speaking to our Airbnb host yesterday, Tiffany, and she was just stating how, not just since Hurricane Maria, but the land has changed drastically. Like, the government won't even allow for them to use their land when it comes to farming and agriculture. So they're forced to eat the same unnutritionist foods that we do as well. So they have to
Coming from other countries.
Yeah, going from other countries at that trade, or spend a massive amount of money on certain types of foods to make sure that they get the quality food that they deserve to eat, just like us in America. Of course, Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, so I think they deserve better.
They deserve rich soil. They deserve farming. They deserve their own.
Exactly. They deserve all that, because this is such a beautiful place, a beautiful land. I've had a great time here the past few days, and they just deserve the best. It's beautiful people. Everyone's really friendly and happy. Haven't had any issues with disrespect from anyone.
Not even the youngins.
Any age, any culture. So, I mean, I can't wait till we can get to the point where, I don't know if it'll be in my lifetime, but where we could just live without all the control being placed on certain things that we need as a people. So yeah, there's our morning stroll, morning talk. Coffee talk. But I think I'm gonna head back inside and let's go see what the birds are talking about over there. All right, so stay tuned. Get live or get lost. This is our last day in Puerto Rico, and it owes me nothing. The festival last night was
phenomenal.
I'm so happy, so blessed. Like, it was so good. I can't wait to come back to the next one. So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna talk about Lauryn Hill and some of my celebrity entertainers out here and what you think about them. So stay tuned. I'll be back. Bye. Puerto Rico, as they say, owes me nothing at all. But so we're in like the last portion of our podcast for the day. I appreciate each of you for tuning in. If there are any topics that you would like to talk about, comment on, you want to know my opinion on, or some other people's, just let me know. We're gonna have a good time with this. But again, I appreciate you all for tuning in from here in sunny Puerto Rico. They said it was going to rain. I was ready for it. I even went to the rainforest, but there was no rain, and it's still beautiful. It would have been even more beautiful with the rain, but hey, salud. What do y'all think about this Lauryn Hill? I know it's been a few weeks past, but El Boogie has been a force of mine since Sister Act, since Fuji, all of that. Like, but girl, come on, friend, like, why you gotta keep showing up late to your events and concerts? This is over years. Like, get it together. We pay money for you to see you. That's love. That's respect. If you can give your people and your fans the same in return, that would be great. Miss Hill, I hope you clean that up, I remember writing when she was in prison. I wrote a letter to her, and she even gave me a shout out. I'll share that. Along the way. But Miss Hill, we want you to get it together. You acting like a crackhead or somebody who's on drugs or something. We don't deserve that. We've supported you, rooted for you, loved on you since the beginning. So I don't know about all the hate that she's received within the industry, but at this point, I can only point the finger back at her. Or she point the finger at everybody else, but that one point back at you. Get it together, Miss Hill. Don't treat us that way. Okay? I don't agree with that. I don't agree with the comment she made about putting God in there and everything. No. You just late. And you owe us an apology. Period. Get live or get lost. No. That's something to talk about. Something to talk about here in my share. So, look, y'all know about this Google purge that's about to take place, where they gonna take, what is it, all your emails and stuff from accounts that haven't been used for years. If you got old email accounts or photos or anything, go in there and take control of your stuff, because even those of the deceased, there's no telling what they're gonna do with this purge. I just don't trust the system enough to care enough about us, and they don't. So this Google purge, I think, is taking place sometime this month, the end of the year. Pull your shit, get your shit together, any files and things, any information, take control of it, because the Google purge is coming, and I hate to see one of my friends out here that's gone or who's still here in some shit that ain't got nothing to do with them. Because they out here playing. I have a friend who's been deceased for 5 years at least now. And she been liking my stuff on Instagram. I give thanks to the Most High, even her spirit, for even coming through and putting you on my heart like that. But I know a lot of this systematic technological stuff is a play on our mind. So be careful. Get ready for the purge. Alright? Get live or get lost. And as far as Lil Miss Cassie and P. Diddy goes, I hate that celebrity news is always news. Sometimes certain things don't need to be our business. Because we know what goes on out here, right? Cassie may be a little down, need a little money right now. Not to overlook or push off her affair or experience with Mr. Combs. I don't stand for any type of abuse when it comes to women, children, or even other men. I don't hear you say it. I'm not with it. But I'm sick and tired of these women coming out years later when it comes to these celebrities, putting your claim out there to gain money or to try to interrupt or tarnish this man's life because you're in a situation you should have got what you were supposed to get at that time, so that you would be set up to where you wouldn't have to be like all the rest of them in the Me Too movement. No disrespect to those women and those girls, but right now you just another sad song. You could have handled that more quietly. Of course, it's said to have been handled, but I don't think she had to go public with it. But again, we don't know the full story. But I can tell you, I am sick and tired of these women coming out years later after they've gotten what they wanted from these rich and famous men, okay, wanting to take them to court and take all their money or whatever. Honey, you should have got it a long time ago. I'm sick of the story, and I'm sorry for your experience, but you weren't a dope, and you made the choice to stick around and stay with it because it was cool. I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah, and then last but definitely not least, I want to talk about like how last time I was in Puerto Rico, I met some beautiful Palestinian ladies. They were coming from New York by way of New York with the climate change organization there in New York, who stands for climate change and the things that are taking place across the world when it comes to climate change and making the government do what they need to do. So those Palestinian women were so nice, so beautiful. You know, I felt their energy, their spirit. Good people, man. Like, I know they've been faced with their own challenges in their own land without us involved. Just being that Israel is a ally of ours. So they deal with their own things daily like all countries do. Beautiful, beautiful people. I just want to send my prayers up with them, what they're going through and what they've lost due to this criminal activity, these crazy wars, and not really caring where they bomb or how they bomb. All I know is they're taking out a lot of innocent people. A lot of innocent people have lost their lives in the Congo as well. I hear there's a war in Armenia that I wasn't aware of, and also unrest and, of course, Ukraine. So I want to pray with those who stand in the middle of war in their lands that they love, where their families live and eat and give to their land and their community. Much love and most praises to the God that they serve, and I pray that God steps in and just wraps God's arms around God's people during this time all across the world. I commend the people for continuing to stand up for Palestine week after week. I would like to see the same for the other countries who are losing innocent people. Children are being lost, getting killed and murdered. I pray for all of those countries. We got to get our shit together. If our government won't do it, we at least got to do it. And I pray we can. So stand with those in solidarity who are at war, for the terror groups who continue to bring ravage upon their communities. Pray for the minds and the spirits of those men and maybe even those women and children who may be involved with that as well. So it's an ugly, ugly thing. I understand that war is going to happen, and you know, those are just the people that we're led by. They feel that we have to have war. This right here, where I'm staying, there are a couple of fruit trees. I heard that there are almonds inside of here. I'll try to see if I can crack it open. Up on camera. That tastes really ripe. You see. Gotta smash it with something, y'all. I didn't bring my knife down. There are nuts inside of here. Right here. It's really soft. It's not hard if I can only break it open. Don't have anything. Oh well, we're gonna save that for later. But yo, thank you all for tuning in to our first episode of Get Live or Get Lost. To everything that I've spoken about today. Oh, the Music Fest was definitely live. The MotherLand Music Festival live. Lauryn Hill, get lost with it. Mayor Kemp, Governor Kemp, and all the other politicians of the world who are controlling things, get lost. This life here on this plane, we live. We're here to live. Or we're going to get lost and living a great life. So, here's Puerto Rico. Here's the Puerto Rican people. Here's to you. We'll see you on our next episode. Get live or get fucking lost.